Our final award tonight is a very special one. The Stevens Honor Award, which has been awarded every year since 1945. The award recognizes an especially notable individual in any field of endeavor. It has been received by some truly remarkable individuals, including aviation pioneer Igor Sikorsky, architect and inventor R. Buckminster Fuller, and recently Segway's inventor Dean Kamen. General Motors co-founder, as you just heard, Charles Stewart Mott, class of 1897. 20th century artist Alexander Calder, class of 1919. Nobel Prize winner Frederick Reines, class of 1939. This year, the Stevens Honor Award goes to Dr. David Farber, or as he is also known, the grandfather of the internet. Dave graduated from Stevens in 1956 with a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering and earned a master's in mathematics from Stevens in 1961. Stevens later recognized him with an honorary doctorate in 1999. It was in 1971 at Cal Irvine that Dave and several colleagues hit on the idea of a distributed computer system, or DCS, multiple microcomputers running and sharing data and software with one another remotely using token ring technology, an early forerunner of cloud computing. Later, at the University of Delaware, Dave and a team created CSNet and NSFNet, two networks that connected universities nationwide for the first time. This technology later formed the original physical backbone of today's internet. Dave has also enjoyed an extraordinary career in academia, having taught and performed research at the University of Pennsylvania and Carnegie Mellon University, in addition to his work at Delaware and UC Irvine. He also performed research at Bell Labs, the Rand Corporation, Xerox Systems, and Scientific Data Systems. Dave has consulted for numerous Fortune 500 companies, including Samsung, HP, IBM, Intel, and Citibank. Served as a key advisor on the U.S. Presidential Advisory Committee on Informational Technology, and previously worked as chief technologist for the FCC. For his life-changing innovations and long career in academia, industry, and public service, please join me in a round of applause for the 2014 Stevens Award winner, Dr. David Farber.
Thank you. I'll start off thanking Stevens and its president and its board and the selection committee, et cetera. But I want to make some comments about my career because I think there's some insight in there. As a Stevens undergraduate, I had a ball here. It taught me many, many things outside of electrical engineering. As those of you know, back then, we had an ME degree. And so we did everything from surveying and poison ivy and welding and the whole kit and caboodle, which came in real handy when I got into industry and I had to deal with people who were trying to do mechanical engineering as well as electronics. The teachers here were just superb. Dr. Strong, who supervised our senior project, was an inspiration and in fact got me very interested in what became my career. More accidentally than anything else, rather than going to graduate school, which I had planned, I went to Bell Labs, which is probably the best decision I ever made. At Bell Labs, I had the opportunity to learn under the pioneers of the age, semiconductor physics theory by Bardeen and devices by Shockley, two Nobel laureates, information theory by Claude Shannon, its inventor, numerical analysis by Dick Hamming, just endless people who told you not only the theory of things, but did it by using pioneer research they were doing in their laboratories. What that taught me is something that stays with me through my entire academic career, that students deserve the best faculty we can supply them, and that faculty has to be current. It can't be just teaching faculty. It has to be people who are doing research, who are on the forefront of information, because they'll transmit that love of science and engineering to their students. I went on to academia. Went on to academia, and I learned another thing that's also has stuck with me, and I recommend to you. Faculty members live and die by their students. They're undergrads and they're graduate students. And yes, they claim credit, and quite often they supply the initial ideas, but it's a two-way street. Some of my graduate students have gone on to be famous. John Postel, who was really one of the fathers of the internet, Paul Markopetris, who did the domain name system. I can keep going on. They fed back into me the stimulation that led me to new ideas. And that's a very valuable cycle that we keep sort of forgetting, that faculty are only as good as their students, and the best students we can get, the best research we can get. I'll make one final comment and shut up. Now, I've been in the internet business damn near since its beginning. I worked with Paul Barron when I was at RAND, who was one of the real inventors of packet switching technology. We think we're at the sort of the nirvana of things. We have internet all over the place in our pockets, in our homes. This is just the beginning. We've just touched that technology. As we evolve it to higher and higher speeds, as our processes become intimately attached to communication systems, as we see environments where we have optical end-to-end communication, really, we're going to see phenomenal changes in our perception of what the world is. And I think that's going to be as revolutionary as the last 25 years. In my view, the next 10 years are going to be even more wilder, which means there are huge opportunities for students in both theory, in practice, and in business. And one of the joys of being in this business is that I get an opportunity to deal with all aspects of it. I thank everybody very much for the award. I feel very honored, and I hope to continue to be very active in Stevens. Thank you.